Gautama was a prince of a small princely state. When he was born, some yogi predicted that he will either become a great emperor or a great sage. When he made this prediction, Gautama's father got a little excited. He did not want him to become a great sage. He wanted him to become a great emperor. He thought that by being exposed to some suffering or misery, he may turn into a sage. So he kept him in utter pleasure, the best of food, clothes, and pleasures. When he was 19 years of age, his father got him married to a very pretty young woman, kept him in a palace which was secluded from the rest of the society, where he lived in pleasure and was never exposed to any kind of suffering. One day, Gautama thought that he will just take a drive through the town, so he asked his charioteer to take him across. As he was going, he saw a man who was old. He had never seen an old man in his life. His father had protected him from all this. He said, "What happened to him?" The charioteer said, "Oh, he is just an old man." Then Gautama asked, "How does it happen?" Charioteer said, "Everyone gets old someday." Then Gautama looked at himself. He was a young man. And then, "What? Me also?" he asked. "Yes, everyone gets old. If they live long enough, they get old." This was a realization for him that I will become like this one day. Then he saw a man lying on the street who was ill with something, not able to get up, and in great suffering. He said, "Stop! What is this guy? What is he doing?" Charioteer said, "Oh, he is sick, unfortunately." "What does that mean?" Gautama asked. "The body, sometimes, it gets sick. It can happen to just anyone. Me as a prince, it can happen to me?" Gautama asked. "It can happen to anyone," Charioteer said. Then he saw, "Oh, I can become like this one day." He was completely disturbed by this. Then they went further and he saw a funeral. They were carrying the dead body of a man. Gautama asked, "What happened to that guy?" Charioteer said, "Oh, he just died, that's all." Gautama asked, "What does that mean?" Charioteer said, "That happens to everyone without exception." Then Gautama started thinking, "What am I doing? Just eating, pleasures, and nonsense. What am I doing with myself?" He went into turmoil within himself. Suddenly, being a prince and the pleasures of this palace broke apart from him. He started looking, what is the point of all this? This body is going to get old. This may get sick, and this will be dead for sure. Why am I investing my entire life in this? But by then, he had an infant boy. He could not leave his loving wife and his loving little baby. He struggled and struggled. By then, a little over 1.25 years had passed. When the little boy was 1.5 years of age, he could not hold it anymore. In the middle of the night, without telling anyone, he slipped out of the palace like a thief and left for good. He went in search. I want to know the truth about this life. Thanks for watching. This is Stories of Spiritual. Stay happy. Stay blessed.